I completed my Bachelor of Biomedical Science last year in 2006, and I'm currently studying honours in science, particularly looking at Alzheimer's disease with human neuronal cells. I chose to study at Deakin University for a number of reasons. It's a relatively big university without being too big. I'm on the Burwood campus, so it's big enough that we have all the facilities, but small enough that you feel close to the lecturers, and it's a community feel. And I also was aware that they offer a number of scholarships, which for someone from a low socioeconomic background, that was a factor in my decision. For students worried about any particular factor of university that might be intimidating, for example, it's so far from home, or perhaps they think they're from a socioeconomic background that they perhaps can't afford to go to university. I think really they need to remember that there's so much help out there. Right from the very beginning, the enrolment process through to finding the building, there's always people there to help you. The lecturers are more than willing to give of their own personal time even outside of classes to help you to go through something perhaps you're having trouble with. To overcome the challenges or hurdles that I personally faced, I did a number of things. The first challenge being getting into university, and I just, basically for the whole of Year 12, I had no social life. The second challenge being both a financial and a transport issue. I didn't have a car. I lived a long way from university, and so the question of how to get to university and how to afford a car, for example, or even public transport, was a pretty big hurdle. I had to think about it for quite a while, but in the end I deferred for a year, which was a little bit of a challenge because I saw all my other friends who didn't perhaps have that problem. They went off to uni, they were doing tutorials and lectures and all these exciting things and all these parties. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but I worked just at the supermarket for a year while I deferred, saved up as much money as I could, and then that was, by the end of the year, enough to buy my first car. I was lucky enough in my second year of university to be awarded a Commonwealth Learning Scholarship. I was lucky enough to be awarded both components of the Commonwealth Learning Scholarship, that being the Commonwealth Education Cost Scholarship, which is for textbooks and things like that, perhaps a computer if you need that type of thing, as well as the Commonwealth Accommodation Scholarship, which was more for cost of living, rent, food, more your basic needs. I enjoy studying at Deakin University a lot because there are so many benefits. Firstly, in my own personal development over the 3 years of my degree, I've just developed so much in terms of social skills, academically, things I can do in the lab. I feel I've developed a lot, and these are skills which I wouldn't have got had I not come to university.